The man accused of killing 4 people and hurting several others at a Fordyce grocery store, edging closer to standing trial early next year. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rolly Hoyt. Faith has the night off. Travis Posey appeared before a judge this afternoon. No cameras allowed inside the courtroom, but TH11's Rebecca Brown made it in. She joins us live with more information on what happened. Rebecca?
Good evening, Rolly. Court was held inside the Dallas County Circuit Court where Posey made his appearance on via Zoom. Posey is still being held in the Washita County Jail, so this was technically his first appearance here in Dallas County. As we know, in his arraignment on June 25th, he was held inside Camden courthouse. Now, Posey is being charged with 4 counts of capital murder and 10 counts of attempted capital murder. He is still keeping his not guilty plea. The judge set a trial date for February 3rd, which the defense and prosecuting attorney were both in agreement on. The judge says he expects the trial to last up to 3 weeks if they do proceed as he hopes. But he says it is highly unlikely that the trial will start that day, as this is more of a formality to keep all moving parts involved on deadline, as both attorneys says they are still waiting on the results from the Arkansas Crime Lab. A point also brought up setting a trial date keeps Posey from getting close to the 9-month rule without a trial, which could have led to him being released without paying bail. Now, Rolly, last week, the court did send out letters to the victims and their families, letting them know that Posey was making an appearance today on via Zoom. The families and victims were asked they could attend but did not have to. I spoke to Silas Compton, a victim that we spoke to back in June when this all happened. He tells me today, although he wasn't presently here in the court, it doesn't mean that he didn't want his story to be heard.
I was in the Fordyce mass shooting, and I'm a survivor of that.
Silas Compton says this is the first time he's ever said those words out loud. But it's the word survivor that really hits home for Compton. He remembers laying in the hospital bed back in June, not knowing how long he held that title.
From the shotgun shells grazed me there and in my arm, and see my arm's all black and blue there.
Fast forward to today, Compton says he's full of peace and now able to fully use his legs again.
Whenever I first came in, and he said they didn't have much hope that I'd ever walk again. So I feel like that's the prayers of the people that is why I'm up walking. I really do.
While he is coping with this new lifestyle, he says he thinks about what happened every day.
Just this whole community's really taken us in, I feel like. And, you know, this will always be a before and after place in this community. I feel like before the shooting and after the shooting. And it's not a big community, really. You know, it's a very tight-knit community.
As he continues healing physically and mentally, letters sent by court officials to victims and their families remind him that his battle is not over. Travis Posey, the accused gunman in the mass shooting at the Fordyce Mad Butcher, appeared before a judge on Friday. Compton didn't attend the hearing because he says he's ready to see justice served.
A little frustration, really, because everybody knows what the guy did, and you know, you can forgive a person, but then on the other hand, justice should be swift.
And his message for Posey remains the same.
Well, I just hope he gets right with God, you know. I mean, I just, you know, God loves him and like he does everybody else, but justice has to be served.
The judge set the next hearing for January 15th, and again, Posey is still being held without bond in the Washita County Jail. And if he is found guilty of these charges, he could face life in prison without parole or the death penalty. Live in Fordyce, Rebecca Brown, THV 11 News.